We begin our coverage this week on Fred TV with boys soccer on rivalry night here in Massachusetts. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome to Mac Aldridge Field and welcome to the broadcast. Thrilled to have you with us. Well, I'm in different attire tonight because it is rivalry night here in New England, in Massachusetts. About 40 miles north in Boston, the New York Yankees and Red Sox are getting ready to square off at 8 p.m. in the wild card playoff game at Fenway Park. But right here in Fall River, we have another century-old rivalry, New Bedford and Durfee, as they renew the rivalry on the field. Back on September 14th, the Durfee Hilltoppers lost on the road at New Bedford 2-0, but it was a 1-0 game for most of the game. That second goal coming very late in the match by New Bedford. So a very tight game, as it usually is, between these two teams. Coach Massaraco back leading the Whalers. They always play the Hilltoppers tough, and tonight we're expecting more of the same. Durfee ended last week with a win, a tie, and a loss. They played 3 games in 4 days, the final of which was that win, a big one at Taunton, and one that Durfee really needed to kind of propel them as we get towards the halfway mark. Tonight marks the first of 3 games in 5 days for Durfee as the schedule gets heavy here in the middle of the season. We'll see how it all pans out tonight. 6 o'clock start here on Fred TV, so we will have this one for you in just a moment when we return. All the action next. Stick around.
Hi, my name is Laura Ferreira. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason, your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
The Gothic Revival-style arch at Oak Grove Cemetery signals the final resting place of some of Fall River's most prominent residents.
Since 1873, thousands of funeral processions have passed through these ornate iron gates. War heroes, abolitionists, mill owners, and Lizzie Borden are buried within these walls.
Despite fine craftsmanship and historical recognition, the arch was unable to withstand time and the elements, and was in danger of collapse.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills. This cherished landmark was saved with funds through the Community Preservation Act.
In just 5 months, this time using some modern machinery, local contractors refurbished the granite arch and replaced sections of the gate.
A uniquely Fall River work of art and a respectful reflection for the dead has been saved for future generations.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud with you as we are just about ready here. 6:02 on this Tuesday, October 5th. The Whalers and Hilltoppers set to do battle for the second and final time during the regular season. Again, going back to September 14th, an early matchup on the road. While the girls were here blowing out the Lady Whalers, the boys were on the road in a much tighter ball game, and it was New Bedford that took care of business at home against the visiting Durfee Hilltoppers. Tonight, Durfee's the host team, and they are looking for some revenge against their century-old rivals, the New Bedford Whalers. 40-minute halves here in high school soccer. A nice way to start the week with a rivalry game. Boys have played some tough soccer this year. You know, some of the results haven't been exactly what they've wanted, but in the games that we've covered, it's some hard-fought games, that's for sure, despite maybe not a lot of wins, at least on TV. We are underway here at Durfee. Hilltoppers in their usual red home uniforms with white numbers and black accents. The Whalers wearing their white road jerseys with red numbers. Last time we saw Durfee was last week against Brockton, a team that was perfect coming into the game, and Durfee gave them their first tie of the year. So it was a really good performance by the Hilltoppers. Both sides were scoreless at the end of the night, a scoreless tie. And Coach was very happy, Coach Tiberio Mello, happy with the performance from the Hilltoppers. You know, kind of was an up and down week in a sense. You know, you had that tough game against Brockton, a tie, but then you hit the road 2 days later, square off against the Falcons at Dighton Rehoboth, a South Coast team with a very good record, good program, tough team. And they beat the Hilltoppers. Then the next day, Saturday, this past weekend, Durfee got back to it, hit the road, went to Taunton, and they shut out the Tigers on the road. So that was a big win on the weekend, over the weekend, and again, one that I think Durfee really needed, as we're basically at the halfway mark now in the season, or close to it. So as the Whalers get ready here for a corner kick, Durfee coming into today riding that, what is essentially a one-game winning streak here to start the week after the victory on Saturday. That's Angel Orozco getting ready to send it away here on the corner kick. Less than 2 minutes into the game, now coming up on the 2-minute mark. So an early chance down the field for the Whalers. Already have 5 wins on the season. Hooking toward the box, headed out of the box, and chasing after it there is Adam Souza. Full steam ahead. It's cleared back to Connor Silva, who now boots it to the far side. Coming towards the box. Loose ball cleared for the moment by the Hilltoppers. Coming right back, though, and now sent to the far side. That was Beltran clearing it out. And a whistle coming. It'll be a free kick for the Hilltoppers. Let's run down the starters here while we have a moment. This is being sent well down the field and back towards midfield. In goal for the Whalers tonight is one of the senior captains, number 13, Ethan Ramos. This is passed to Beltran, now across the box far side. Giving chase was Dominic Esteves. It goes out of play. And along with Ramos, his 10 teammates. Number 6, Giovanni Barros. Number 7, Angel Orozco. Number 9, Ronis Ayala. Number 11, Michael Tavares. Number 15, Connor Silva. Number 17, Benjamin Avendano. Number 18, Carter Barboza. Number 20, Alan Rodriguez. Number 22, Delvani Di Carvalho. And number 24, Gabriel Pixoto. The Whalers are led by head coach John Massaraco. For Durfee, their starting goalie, senior, number 1, Chris Panchley, and his 10 teammates are as follows. Number 2, Jake Silva. Number 3, Colin Hargraves. Number 8, Sergio Dias. Number 9, Dominic Esteves. Number 13, Nathan Botello. Number 14, Jorge Beltran. Number 15, Andrew Sanft. Number 17, Crispin Sokol. Number 19, Adam Souza. And number 20, Colin Gilmet. Of course, the Hilltoppers led by head coach Tiberio Mello. Well, we say the halfway mark in the season by calendar, but by games, as you see, both sides, for Durfee, this is game number 8. It would have been game number 9, but they had the postponement at the start of the season against Diamond. That game got moved to basically the last week of the regular season. A free kick coming here for New Bedford. So for Durfee, just game number 8. For New Bedford, this is game number 9 on the season. But there's a lot of soccer to be played over the next 3+ weeks. Free kick coming softly into the box, looking for a juicy rebound. The Hilltoppers clear it. Now another chance here for the Whalers. They dump it to the far side. Panchley comes to make the play, keeps it in bounds, and he will punch it away. Good, strong kick from Panchley. Both coaches a little surprised by the schedule this year with basically a bunch of 3-game weeks coming up. So Durfee just ended last week. I mentioned this in the open. The Hilltoppers ended last week with 3 games in 4 days, and tonight is the first of 3 in 5 days. So it's not even so much that they're spread out either. It's a game, then a day off, then a game, and then a day off. So you really only get one practice to correct mistakes from the game before and then also focus on your incoming opponent. So it's going to be a tough challenge for both the Whalers and the Hilltoppers. Coach Massaraco was telling me that there are some teams that he hasn't even played once yet. Not conference, but he mentioned Middleborough, for example. So he says there are some teams they haven't even played once yet, never mind, waiting for that second matchup. So schedule's a little wonky here this fall, a little different than we've seen in past years. That's cleared out going down the sideline there and landing on the track. So it'll be definitely a challenging end to this season for both sides. Soccer is such a long game. It's not as hard-nosed as, say, football, where you're tackling each other and whatnot. But the stamina factor is there. Football, there's 40 seconds in between every play. Shot taken, Panchley tracking and making the stop in the air, catching the ball. So, it's a different style of physicality here. There's a lot of stamina needed here in soccer. You're on the field for so long, running back and forth. And, when you're doing that three games in a week, every other night, that's a lot. It's going to take a toll on the team sooner or later. Shot taken, and it's going wide to the right. Nice job by Durfee. Spread the field there, especially after the shot taken by the Whalers. Panchley punting it away, and very quickly, the Hilltoppers getting back down this end. Corner kick coming for the Hilltoppers. Beltran in the corner, ready to kick it away. Lefty kicker looking to hook it toward the box. A lot of traffic in front, and somehow the Whalers able to clear it out. Beltran coming all the way from the corner to get to the ball. Gilmet passing it up ahead, and the Whalers will tip it back to Ramos, who will send it out of the box. Good chance there for the Hilltoppers. So both sides have been able to spread out a little bit and create some opportunities early here in the first 10 minutes. Lofted toward the box, fading away, header toward, sent back and having to make the catch. And he went out of bounds. I say that's a really acrobatic play by Ramos, but clearly stepping out of bounds, and Hilltoppers will have another corner kick here. This is one of those games that I feel like, for the Hilltoppers, scoring first would go a long way to help them in this one. They've had trouble on offense this year, trouble scoring goals. That one goes wide. Hits the side of the net. I think the Hilltoppers really need a burst of momentum as we get towards the halfway mark. And to start with a lead here against New Bedford, another tough team. Again, it's been a tough schedule over the last week for the Hilltoppers. If they can start out with a lead here early and, play with some momentum, play with that cushion, knowing that they're ahead, you start to play a little differently. You get to be a little more aggressive. You take chances, and you're putting the pressure on your opponent now because they're down. They have to make something happen. it changes the dynamic. When you're playing with a lead, it's a totally different thing. So I'd like to see, it'd be good for Durfee, I think, if they're able to score first and not have to play catch-up here, against a team that's got 3 more wins than they do. Waiting on a throw-in from Vanilson Barboza, number 25 there on your screen. Checked in recently. Not one of the starters, but now into the game. That one coming right back to Souza. Hilltoppers will throw in. Guillemette. Good strong throw in. Gets by, though. Oh, loose ball, and that's going to be tipped ahead. That's a good job off the toes. Silva doing what he's supposed to do on defense after it skipped by. Looked like Durfee was going to get a chance at a free ball. Oh, a missed chance there. The ball's still loose, but bit of a swing and a miss from Botello. And I know he's going to be bummed out about that. Had an open shot. It was a perfect set. And I look at that and say, if you're Durfee, go right back to that. Try to do the same thing. Give him another chance at it. Just heard some big cheering coming from the backside of the facilities here. I think field hockey just scored another goal. They were up 2-0 before this one started. So field hockey got postponed from yesterday because of the rain to today. So they're playing today, and then they're playing tomorrow. The Lady Hilltoppers will host. The Hilltoppers will host New Bedford tomorrow. We will have that one. Weather looks clear, and so we're looking forward to that. We haven't seen field hockey in a couple weeks because we had some weather issues about a week or so ago. Ironically, it ended up clearing like 10 minutes before the game, but with all the setup that goes into it, obviously what we have to do, we had to make a decision. Unfortunately, once in a while, it comes back to bite us. But Banchley up the ladder, goes down hard, but it's a really nice play. Taking it out of the air. Chipped up on ahead. Headed towards the box. Oh, and going down. Was he in the box, though, is the question. I think just short of the box. And the foul is against Durfee, in fact, so the box doesn't even matter. Free kick for the Whalers. They'll let Ramos take it. Want to clear up a little error that we made on Friday on the football game, which was really pretty wild game here against Barnstable. Once in a while we make an error, and I certainly do all my prep before the games and whatnot. And when we're looking up Barnstable's schedule and searching out the team and whatnot, Max Preps, which is one of the more reliable sources, had Barnstable and their schedule out, so we went off of that. And then we find out after the game that the Barnstable Red Raiders are no longer the Red Raiders. They're the Red Hawks. So an apology to Barnstable. Red Raiders, they changed their name. Shot taken. Oh, what a save from Banchley. Outrageous save, diving to his right to keep it scoreless. Tremendous effort right there. That's an awesome save. So getting back to Barnstable, they voted, I guess, in the spring to change the name from the Red Raiders to the Red Hawks. So somehow that one slipped by. And, again, Max Preps is usually a very reliable source in terms of schedules, team names, the whole bit, rosters even. It's a good site. We use it a lot, but unfortunately, it was not accurate for us last Friday, and of course we found this out after the game. So just wanted to correct that for anybody who was watching from the Cape. Or, yeah, we do apologize for that error. Sometimes the sources are not always accurate, even the reliable ones. So, anyway, back to it. It happens. I will say I'm glad the rain cleared out for tonight. Pantry coming back out again. Kind of a gross middle of the day today, but cool night here, 59 degrees and cloudy. We may see a sprinkle before the night's over. It's possible. Collision there heading towards New Bedford's end of the field. Looks like the Hilltoppers will have a free kick out of it from about the 30-yard line. Always a good spot because you're so close. I mean, 30 yards to the net is really not much when it comes to soccer. Hargraves will send the kick. He's been impressive in the games that we have seen. He's been involved in a number of scoring opportunities and netting quite a few goals in our coverage this year. And on Dartmouth's coverage, nice lofting kick there, but Ramos coming out, charging it, and rolling the ball as everybody was fading back, trying to find someone down the field quickly. Foot race to the ball. Hilltoppers cut it up. Panchley able to snag it. He was way out of the goal. In fact, almost out of the box. Risky play that time, but he's able to get there. And Panchley again with the save, having to kick it away. Whalers putting a lot of pressure with their forwards, really testing this Durfee defense. Now that's lofted up ahead to Botello. Botello centering back to Hargraves, has to slow up. Now finding Botello down in the corner. Can he get a shot off? Gets checked. It's going to be a corner kick for the Hilltoppers. Beltran will do the honors again from the corner. Souza breaking towards the net in front. Header going to go out of the box. And the Whalers able to clear it. There's number 22. That's Delvani Di Carvalho. Coach Massaraco said, keep an eye on him. He's the leading scorer for the team. He's been very impressive for them. He's got about 6 goals, Coach said. Number of assists, and he's tremendously fast. Di Carvalho is. He's a senior this year for the Whalers. And nice spin move there. Passed up on ahead. Sent back now to Troy Rocha, number 19, another player who was not one of the starters, who's come into the game, I should say, not back in, but has come into the game. Foul against the Hilltoppers right at the edge of the box. It's going to be a free kick for the Whalers deep down the field, but luckily for the Hilltoppers, not going to be a penalty kick, literally about 2 yards away from being a penalty kick. So Hilltoppers catching a break. Durfee will be able to at least create a wall. You see Panchley on the left side of the screen directing traffic a bit. He doesn't want to get screened either. It's good to block the kick, but you're also going to be able to see the ball. A little bit of trickery here for the Whalers. They set it in play, shot coming, line drive, and it's good. I don't think Panchley ever saw it. Goal scored by Angel Orozco. And it's 1-0 New Bedford here about halfway through the first half. Again, I don't think Panchley didn't really react. I don't think he ever saw it. I think he was screened, and that's one of the things. So it's nice you have the defenders kind of creating that wall, but you got to be careful of the goalie. And then when you have teams, this is something we've been seeing more and more often, when you have teams that are, they try that kind of bit of trickery and deception where you get 3 guys lined up near the free kick and one runs by the ball, then one kicks it back, then another one sends it towards the net. You don't know who's kicking the ball until it's too late. So it worked well for the Whalers that time. And unfortunately for Durfee, they're going to have to play from behind, which is something I was talking about earlier in the broadcast, that I think the Hilltoppers would have certainly liked to avoid that and play with a lead. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to. Now a corner kick for the Whalers. Kick on its way, and loose ball goes out of play. That was sent netward by Ronis Ayala. The Hilltoppers will get the goal kick out of it. That's a good boot there from the backside. Throw in coming for the Hilltoppers. Past the halfway mark now here at Mac Aldridge Field in the first. 20 minutes gone. 19 or so, a little less than 19 to go here. Look at the speed again, far side. Ball cut off, one of the Hilltoppers going down on that backside, still working the goal line now, and down in the corner. Goes out of play. Samft went down. DiCarvalho and he were getting tied up. Durfee will have a throw in, and it's going to be Silva sending it away. Durfee showing their speed. That was Botello on the far side. We've seen him both sides of the field here in this first half. Really been covering the field well. Both sides, all over the place. So he forges ahead, and the Hilltoppers back down the field now with a throw-in and a chance to maybe create a scoring opportunity for themselves. Hargraves working through traffic, dumps it off, passed up ahead, and he missed him, just overshot him a hair. And it'll be a goal kick for New Bedford. DiCarvalho gets tripped up, and that'll blow a whistle. Free kick for the Whalers deep down the field. Lofted toward the box and headed out. That was Orozco on the free kick. Now a foul against New Bedford. Samft will kick it away. Waiting on a throw-in. Hilltoppers finally do, and now another one coming. As it was kicked right out of bounds. Silva to Hargraves on the far side. Sent back down the field, cut off by Sanft. Playing it off the chest to halt play. And a goal kick coming here for New Bedford. Taken away, will play on. Dias just flat out took it away. Now a shot rolling across, and Ramos has to fall on it. Barboza got taken out there by Dias. And a late whistle called against DiCarvalho. Hilltoppers quickly down the field. Oh, a chance. It'll be a corner kick, but Ramos came out, and once again, Botello was there trying to turn it in. I'll tell you, he's had a number of chances in this first half. He's going to sub out for the moment, but I have a feeling he's going to get one before the end of the night. He's really had some decent looks, and he's taken more shots towards the net than anybody else so far for Durfee. Corner kick coming in from Beltran. Header back towards the goal, and it goes out of play. And that went out off of New Bedford. The Hilltoppers will have another corner kick, this time on the far side. And it'll be Silva sending it away. Hooking towards the net. Ball is high, headed out of the box, and then hooked by the defense. And they find DiCarvalho on that far side. Silva there, looking for some help. They clear it back, now coming and going, I should say, out of bounds, far side. Out of play, and the Hilltoppers will push up. Another throw-in coming for Durfee. Headed out of play once again. Well, the Hilltoppers have basically gained about 30 to 40 yards just on throw-in. Shot taken, going towards the net, wide to the left, hooked out of play. And it'll be a goal kick from Ramos for New Bedford. Good high booming kick coming right down in the circle at midfield. Good pass up ahead, but the Hilltoppers clear it out. Now Beltran. Good pass up ahead there to Ivo Santos. Down the field, foot race to the ball. Ramos will get there first. Good chance there from Vieira. Good hustle. They get it right back, and now the Whalers clear it back out. Beltran stops it, gonna try to spread it out, go far side now. Straight up. Beltran kicks it back towards the defenders. Sanft, not a good kick on it, not a good swing on it. Kind of off the toes that time. Now Sokol. Santos will dump it back to Hargraves. Now Silva, shot, line drive on a bounce. And falling on it is Ramos as we roll up on the final 10 minutes here of this first half. Goes out of play, and it'll be New Bedford ball. Esteves not able to get by the Whalers defense. We're going to do a redo here. Threw it a little too far up the field. That time going out off of New Bedford, so Silva will throw in. Dumped back in toward the corner, headed out. Santos there. Comes all the way back down the field. Owen Nowicki recently checking in. And a foul away from the ball. So New Bedford will have a free kick. That was some bad news from field hockey world. The Durfee Hilltoppers just lost their match tonight, 3-1 actually, so they didn't have two. Only had the one goal and couldn't make it up. So see if Durfee can bounce back tomorrow against New Bedford when we're back here at Durfee for live field hockey. Tough loss today for the Hilltoppers. Throw in down the field ends up going out of play, and New Bedford will have it right back. That one gets by Santos. They'll dump it back towards him. Now fed up on ahead. And a sprint to the ball for Vieira. And a throw in for New Bedford. Oh, beautiful pass up ahead, and oh, big collision down front. Panchley came out to make the play. Coach Massaraco not happy. No foul being called. Michael Tavares colliding with Panchley. Unless they're offsetting, that's the only thing I can think of here. Wow. Both players got up rather quickly too. I mean, usually that's a bad collision right there, and luckily Both players seem to be okay. Tavares going to lose it. Goes out of play on the goal line. Awaiting the kick from Sanft. Another good line drive. That's going to go well past midfield. Oscar Hernandez, number 25. A late addition to the roster here. Checking in recently. One of the seniors. I should say another senior on this team. Under 5 minutes in this first half. Nowicki, wow, pressure coming from behind. Almost was taken away by Di Carvalho. Took a little too much time there. Santos can't keep it in. Throw in for New Bedford. Nice stop by Silva, setting it to Hargraves in the middle of the field. Now to Beltran. Santos is there. Going to send it down into the corner, but nobody home at the moment. Now Hernandez spins, takes the shot. Ramos plays it. Gonna be a corner kick for the Whalers on that far side. Orozco, number 7 for the Whalers. Oh, excuse me, it's gonna be a free kick, not a corner. Free kick from basically the corner after the, there was a foul call. I thought there was, but then the official kind of pointed toward the corner. So this is actually a free kick on a foul from essentially the same spot. Towards the net, header, and over the crossbar, just about a foot too high. Well, the Whalers almost had number 2. Cleared out. Final 2 minutes of this first half. Out of play. Durfee will have a throw in up the field here. Guillemette. Missed Santos. Hernandez gets kind of checked out of bounds. Ball goes out. It'll be a corner kick for the Hilltoppers. Cleared away. Shot taken on the ground, wide to the right. Trying to find that right post, no good as Bangley has to dive down and make sure. Down the field, Ramos will get there. All right, 40 minutes is in the books here. We'll play a little extra time here in this first half, but the clock has run out officially. Crossing, Santos has to go through his legs. Hargraves chasing it down. Can't get there. Whalers will kick it back towards Ramos. Almost in a game of keep away in a sense. And there is the first half. Whalers with the 1-0 lead here at the half. Was a rather quick half, or at least it felt that way. 40 minutes is 40 minutes, but definitely seemed to go by rather quickly here at Mac Aldridge Field. So the Hilltoppers will have to play from behind when we come back from the break. They'll be down by 1 goal with 40 minutes to try to draw even or perhaps pull ahead. Second half coming up next on Fred TV. Stay with us as our continuing coverage of Southeast Conference boys soccer continues in about 10 minutes time.
Hi, my name is Laura Ferreira. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason, your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
The Gothic Revival-style arch at Oak Grove Cemetery signals the final resting place of some of Fall River's most prominent residents.
Since 1873, thousands of funeral processions have passed through these ornate iron gates. War heroes, abolitionists, mill owners, and Lizzie Borden are buried within these walls.
Despite fine craftsmanship and historical recognition, the arch was unable to withstand time and the elements, and was in danger of collapse.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills. This cherished landmark was saved with funds through the Community Preservation Act.
In just 5 months, this time using some modern machinery, local contractors refurbished the granite arch and replaced sections of the gate.
A uniquely Fall River work of art and a respectful reflection for the dead has been saved for future generations.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Durfee High School and Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud with you here on Fred TV as we get ready for the second half between the Hilltoppers and the Whalers. New Bedford with the lead here to start things off in this second half. A goal from Angel Orozco is the difference in this one. We've seen the Whalers really showing their speed. Very fast. And they've created a lot of opportunities. Durfee's had some decent looks. They've had some decent looks, but not as good as the Whalers. The Whalers have created more chances. Panchley's been very busy in goal. I think, you know, if you're Durfee, you really got to limit at this point any damage. You know, again, it'd be nice for them, if they're able to, it'd be nice for them to tie it up at least. You know, if they can. You know, really talked early that I really felt that for Durfee they needed to score first tonight, and unfortunately that didn't pan out for them. But you know, one goal is very manageable. So it's about, you know, maybe, again, creating some space, passing to feet, really trying to get away from the defenders of New Bedford, who have been very fast tonight. Durfee has not had a lot of space on the field to work with. It seems like they always have to be in full gear, high gear, to be able to make anything happen. There's no, you know, second level. New Bedford's always at like that high level, it seems. So Hilltoppers have scheduled their senior night game for next Thursday, Thursday the 14th. And we'll have a crew here to document that, get some highlights. As mentioned last week, I'm actually going to be in Dartmouth for the road game for the girls, just as I was for the boys a couple weeks ago. Now the girls will be heading to Dartmouth while the boys are here, so we'll have some crew here to film the ceremony and make sure we document that for the seniors. But then there'll also be live stream coverage from our friends over at DCTV in Dartmouth, as I call the girls game from out there. So that one is scheduled, and let's see, actually we were told, so this Friday was supposed to be senior night for football because it's the last scheduled football game, but for home. There will be another one before Thanksgiving. We know that. We just don't know against who or which date in November it'll be. So kind of awaiting that. Obviously, we won't know until the regular season ends. So Durfee has home game this week against BR. Then they're on the road the final 2 weeks. A chance. Oh, a swing and a miss. And I did hear a whistle, so I think it may have been coming back anyway. I'm not sure. Then on the road at Dartmouth next week. I'll be in Dartmouth for that one. And then on the road at Brockton on the 22nd. And then we figure out, you know, where everybody's at. But looking at the senior night games, field hockey is scheduled for October 25th, a Monday, against Apponequet. Girls soccer, let's see, where's the girls game here? Girls soccer scheduled for Friday the 29th against West Bridgewater. And girls volleyball scheduled for Wednesday the 27th against Middleborough. Of course, that is subject to change. Whalers pushing up ahead, 2-on-1, pass in front. Panchley comes out, collision, loose ball, blocked, and it's good. Panchley could not get up in time, and the ball came loose. The Whalers grab goal number 2. That changes the complexion quite a bit here. Broken play defensively. The Hilltoppers let it by. It created the 2-on-1. And Panchley did everything he could, but he's only one guy. And the ball came loose, and the defense not able to back him up. And another collision. Again, been a tough night for Panchley. He's taken some hits, and he's been all over trying to save. Defense has not been that tight for the Hilltoppers tonight, not as tight as it usually seems to be. Shot, line drive, and it sails. 2-0 now for the Whalers. Puts the pressure on Durfee a lot more than just 1-0. Now you need 2 just to draw even. And right now, the way the Whalers are playing and the speed of New Bedford, that's a tall order with a little more than a half hour to go. We've just passed the 7 o'clock hour, 7:01 here. Well, since we're an hour away, and I mentioned it in the open rivalry night here, right? So you got Century Old rivals squaring off here, Schools, Durfee versus New Bedford, and just less than an hour away up in Boston, you got New York Yankees at Fenway to square off against the Red Sox, and there's goal number 3. Beating the defense again, the Whalers able to get by as they go into full celebration mode, and Ramos comes all the way out of the goal to meet Tavares. Some extended celebrations, not something we usually see during the regular season here in high school, but the Whalers making it known how happy they are to score now. It's 3-0. Pair of goals in less than 5 minutes for New Bedford. But tonight, though, in pro sports, the sudden death wild card playoff at Fenway Park. The Sox and Yanks with the same regular season record of 92 and 70. However, thanks to the Red Sox, early success against the Yankees earlier in the season, they were able to take care of the head-to-head matchup. So they won the season series despite getting swept last week, or the week before rather, against New York. So they still secured the head-to-head, and that's the first tiebreaker. So the Sox officially end second in the American League East and tied for first with the Yankees in the wild card, but they get home field because of the head-to-head matchups. And you know what? This has the makings for a pretty decent pitching performance or pitching matchup as well. Garrett Cole, of course, the Yankees' ace pitcher. That shot's taken. Santos gets one back for the Hilltoppers. Let it fly. And it's 3-1. Well, that helps a little bit. Now, getting back, though, to talking about the Sox a little bit here. So Garrett Cole for the Yankees, their ace pitcher this year. Really good season, 3.23 earned run average, 243 strikeouts, but kind of mixed results against the Sox. He wasn't super lights out against Boston this year, though he was very good in his last time out against them. Then Nathan Eovaldi. It's ironic, kind of like it was a changing of the tides. Eovaldi starting for the Sox tonight. he's actually had pretty good success against the Yankees over the last couple years, but not in his last start. So, oh, great pass up ahead. Shot taken. Panchley bats it away. It will be a corner kick for the Whalers, but that saved a goal. So, it's got the makings, I think, for a pretty good matchup. The Sox at home, 49 wins at home, 49-32 their home record. And for the Yankees, though, 46-35 on the road. So you have a good road team and a good home team. One thing that I think is worth noting, Devers for the Sox has really heated up over the last week of the season, and they really needed him to, because he and Bogarts were really scuffling quite a bit. So having Devers kind of get going again, this is coming to Panchley and plays it on a hop. I think that'll help the Sox offense. Important to note, though, J.D. Martinez is not on the roster for this one-game playoff. An ankle injury, and I think the Sox, Alex Cora, must be hoping that he can, that they can get by without him. He's not done well against the Yankees this season. He's batting under $150 against the Yankees this season. So I guess the thought is, if you can get by without Martinez, he hasn't contributed much anyway. You might as well rest him an extra day and hope that he can be back. But, but a fair amount of injuries for both sides coming in. The Yankees have a lot of guys that are injured as well coming into it. So last 10 games to end the season, Sox were 5-5. Yankees were 7-3. Both with bad batting averages, but the pitching was better for the Yankees. 1 run less earned header out of play. So, again, I think it's a pretty fairly even matchup. And you got to think that the Sox, maybe have a little bit of momentum. They'll have the home crowd, maybe a bit of an advantage there. And, of course, the fact that, the Yankees have taken 3 in a row from the Sox at Fenway the last time that they saw each other. So, it's hard to repeat that success when you're seeing the same team often. So, this will be an interesting game. First pitch on ESPN is at 8:08, just a little more than an hour from now. So, by the time we sign off, we'll have a chance to get home and see the Sox and Yankees square off at Fenway. Whalers trying to clear it out. That's going to go out on the goal line. And it's a corner kick coming up for Durfee. Towards the goal and headed out of the box. Nobody there to back it up for the Hilltopper. Santos coming, and a whistle. Oh, we got a Whaler down in the goal. Trainer Kelly Mahoney out there. Coach Massaraco heading out now too. That's the challenge with the corner kicks, is so many bodies jumping up, leaping for the ball. A lot of collisions happen that way, unfortunately, and we see some bad injuries. clock stopped around 25:36, 25:38. And so we're in the injury timeout here at Mac Aldridge Field. We'll take the break as well, okay? Injury timeout here. We will be back right after this. You're watching live coverage here of boys soccer on Fred TV. Strike 3 called. Base hit and your game winner. Shot, good! Hall with room, Hall taking it to the house. Back at Durfee, and Connor Silva has gotten up, and he's on the cart with our trainer, Kelly Mahoney, as we get out of the timeout here, and he'll leave the field definitely shaken up. Took him a while to sit up. And so the Whalers will be without him at least for a little while, but I would be surprised if he comes back in the game. So tough injury there as we wait to resume play. You can see him kind of grabbing his cheek. It maybe might have gotten hit in the head, maybe an elbow to the head or to the face, not sure. I don't want to speculate too much, but usually when a player doesn't walk off, you know, that changes things. So whistle sounds, and we're back underway. So pretty wild start to this second half. We saw 2 Whalers goals in a matter of 5 minutes, and then about 2 or 3 minutes later, the Hilltoppers answered with their first goal, but they're still down by 2. They got a lot of work to do here. Up ahead and cleared away. It's going to go out, and the Whalers will have a throw-in deep down this far sideline on the right here. Almost all the way to the corner. That ball going out just shy of the corner. They get it to Santos. Santos waited a little too long, and he loses it as Avendano took it away. Lofted down the sideline, looking for Vieira. Vieira passing back to Esteves, now to Silva. Beltran chasing after it, goes out of play. Well, we didn't end up getting any rain here tonight. We felt a couple sprinkles when we were setting up, so we decided we'll stay in the booth tonight just to be safe, but the showers, there was a small band of showers that looked like they were going to come here, and it looks like they've passed, so we didn't end up dealing with that tonight, but you know, better to be safe than sorry. So a little different angle, a little lower of an angle from in the booth here. We're about 10 feet. I'd say about 10 feet lower than when we're up on the roof. It's a little different perspective. Corner kick coming for the Whalers. And it'll be Orozco doing the honors. Orozco's still waiting. Not sure what the holdup is here. Been waiting down in the corner for some time now. Killed about 30 seconds on the clock. Late sub for the Whalers, and the officials giving some flexibility there as Ronaldo Ramos came in. Header goes out of play. And the Hilltoppers went out off of New Bedford, so the Hilltoppers will have the goal kick. But, geez, that took a lot of time to develop. Not sure what was going on. Sanft will kick it away. And the header sends it right back toward the sideline. Gilmet trying to keep it in. It goes out. It will be Durfee ball, though, as Gilmet touched it after it was already out of play. Header towards the box. That's going to go out of play on the goal line. It's going to give Durfee a corner kick. Bit of a mistake there from the Whalers defenders. Beltran will kick it away from the far side. That one headed out of play, goes right back towards Beltran, in fact, and will he get there first? Yes, he will. Kick it back to Gilmet, who was not ready for it. And now back to midfield, and it's going to be taken away by the Whalers. All kinds of commotion at midfield, but Hilltoppers have not been particularly quick to the ball, it seems, tonight. Again, I know New Bedford's been very fast. One of the faster opponents we've seen so far this year, but a lot of broken plays, it seems, tonight. It just doesn't seem like Durfee's been comfortable and been able to get a decent set. Header far side of the box, and a good attempt. That's a good set, but it goes out of play. Estev's not able to send it netward. It goes wide left by quite a few feet. Final 20 minutes from Mac Aldridge Field here, as we've hit the halfway mark here in the second. Evan Massoud with you. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Another busy week here from Durfee High School as we look at the road ahead here tonight. Boys soccer tomorrow. The weather looks good, so we'll be outside for field hockey. Girls soccer on Thursday. We'll see the Bridgewater Raynham Trojans. No, we said B. Yeah, we said BR. I said, why did I think we hadn't seen that? Why did we think that we saw them? No, it was boys. That's what it was. I'm thinking of the boys game. So BR coming to town for girls soccer, and then we'll see them for football on Friday. So New Bedford tonight, New Bedford tomorrow for field hockey, BR on Thursday for girls soccer, and BR for football on Friday. All evening games, by the way. 5:30 start for field hockey tomorrow, 6 for soccer on Thursday, 7 for football on Friday. And then we got ourselves Nice long weekend for Columbus Day weekend. Get it to Santos. Santos with the lone goal for the Hilltoppers tonight. Lofted toward the box and going to dig it out there in the corner. That's going to be no good. It's off the top, off the crossbar. Came back. Is that going to count? That stayed in play. Count it. It's good. Wow. Three to two. One goal game. I thought that went on top of the net, but it must have rode the crossbar and stayed in front. Well, the Hilltoppers have found a bit of a second wind here. Can they ride it out for the final 17 minutes and at least pull even? It would be a nice comeback if they're able to. That was hands, and the officials missed it. Dias clearly touched that ball. But our official on this side was about 30 yards down the field, didn't see it. Out of play. And a goal kick coming up. Oh, great pass, just a little too weak. I like the idea, just not strong enough to find Santos. But Dias, that was a good pass. Strong throw down the sideline. Great throw from Silva toward the box. Hargraves with the swing, coming back out. Tip of the box. Lofted coming this way now. Silva looking for some room, trying to play it off the head. Hargraves turns, loses it, gets taken out, and a whistle sounds. Oh, no, no whistle, excuse me. Now a chance for the Hilltoppers. Lofted, and it's going to go out. Vieira had to get it over Ramos. Didn't get a strong enough swing on it to send it forward. It went more up than it went forward. More lofted, if you will. The Hilltoppers putting the pressure on now on the Whalers. This has been a nice surge for Durfee as we get down to the wire here. Ramos comes flying out and able to grab it, and he'll punt it away. Santos comes in, takes it. Nice move through traffic, gets tripped up, but stays with it, gets it to Hargraves. Hargraves, line drive. Off the back, deflected, going wide to the right, kept in by Ramos. Otherwise, it would have been a corner. Now he'll pick it up. Foul coming against New Bedford. They get it to Silva. Silva towards the box. Header towards Ramos, who has to fall on it. Ball gets away. Too hard, and it's going to go out of play. There's a push and another foul against the Whalers. And the Hilltoppers are going to have a really good spot for a free kick here in the middle of the field. Supposed to be 10 yards, not even close. Now the official stepping in. I mean, it's, you know, I know you try to get away with stuff, but this is fundamentals. You shouldn't need to be told to back up. From 10 yards, the nearest defender, Hargraves, line drive towards the box on one hop towards the net. The play made by Ramos. Landing at midfield. Header right down Durfee's end of the field and cleared back toward midfield. Dias slows up, gonna send it back to Silva. Silva, can he keep it in? Working the sideline, it's cleared out. Durfee will have a throw in, and Silva's the right guy. He's got a tremendous throw in. Really gets good distance on it. Hargraves, shot taken. Oh, that's gonna go way back and out of play. But, you know, it's good. Gotta take the shots. I say it more often than not. You gotta take the shots, otherwise it's never going to have a chance to go in. So might as well take the shot and see what happens, especially at this point in the game. Goal kick for Ramos. Late whistle coming in. Looks like there was an infraction in the backside there against the defense of the Hilltoppers. A free kick coming for New Bedford. That's a trip. That's a whistle. Ball was loose before the contact. Free kick. Cleared out. Santos and Vieira both came pleading their cases immediately. Oh, and that's an offside. So I was going to say, positioned perfectly, but offside. The whistle coming from the far side of the field. We haven't seen many timeouts in soccer this year. I'm a little surprised, maybe around, we're getting to 10 minutes here. I thought perhaps, after the Hilltoppers, as we get down here, they close the gap here to the 1 goal, 3-2. Thought maybe Coach Mello would call timeout here and, maybe draw something up for the final 10 minutes, something to try to, a designed type play to try to get something. Seems like where we've seen timeouts a lot of times, it will come in the final 10 minutes or so. A final push. Gilmet, late break to the ball, gets there, but now going down the sideline and it goes out of play. New Bedford will throw in. 10 minutes to go here at Durfee. 3-2 New Bedford. Credit the Hilltoppers, they were down 3-0. A little over 20 minutes ago, and they've made it 3-2. Coming this side, and it's going to go out of play. Throw in for Silva. Looking for some help, nobody open. Going to dump it down in the corner for Vieira. Vieira gets cut off, goes out of play, and it'll be off of the Hilltoppers, and the Whalers will have the goal kick. Coming back. Hilltoppers trying to clear it out. Silva does. Hargraves back to Silva, back pedals a bit. That goes out of play. Oh no, it stayed, a lot of spin on it, and Silva able to get there before it goes out. No, now a throw in. The lines judge, they are calling, the official calling it, so it went out. Hargraves in traffic, loses it. Up the line it goes, gets past Silva. Sanft will send it toward the middle of the field, headed back toward the circle. Guillemette settles it to Beltran, kicked back. Panchley boots it away, coming to the sidelines, and it was a lot of spin on it, hooking, and no chance there for Silva to make a play. A throw in for New Bedford coming up. Out of play. Subs coming in, one for each side. Jason Riz for the Whalers. And Dominic Esteves coming back in for the Hilltoppers. So no whistle that time, and there was way more bodily contact than there was on the foul called on this side about 5 minutes ago. You know, it's okay if you're going to call it, but you got to call it both sides. Corner kick for the Whalers. Coming in. Hilltoppers will have the kick. Hilltoppers stopped. They expected a whistle, but that's a good example of play to the whistle. Everybody stopped, assuming that they were going to hear something. I thought there was a push on that far side. It looked that way from here, but of course, we're, you know, all the way across the other side here. And the Whalers did not get the call that time. Sent toward the box. Hargraves coming in. A lot of traffic down low. Whalers had everybody but two. Now it's 3-on-3, shot up ahead. And it's going out of play far side. As we come up on the final 5 minutes here at Durfee. Final push for the Hilltoppers. Need a goal to draw even. Back to Silva. Silva can't get through. Hilltoppers will be at Bridgewater Rainham on Thursday while the girls are home. Again, we'll have that one for you. And then a rematch on Saturday against Dighton Rehoboth. This time it will be here. Durfee went to DR on Friday where they lost 2-1. Now they'll host the Falcons right here on Saturday this week, 3 p.m., and that starts a string of 4 straight games at home for Durfee. They'll host Seekonk, Dartmouth, and Somerset Berkeley next week, another 3-game week for Durfee. And in fact, 6 of their final 9 games are at home, so that's a good thing for the Hilltoppers. They'll have a lot of home games coming up. Down in the corner, cleared away. Down in the corner. And Ramos is there. Dias back to Silva. Up the field. Now Hargraves trying to get through. Pass to Vieira, dumping it across the field, getting a little separation. They go into Botello. Had a bid for a number of goals earlier. Lots of good chances and couldn't square up. Another goal kick coming for the Whalers, and this will just kill a few more seconds as Ramos will kick it from the left side. Dias jars it loose. Good pass, but led him a little too far and then hooked back. Out of play. Durfee will throw in. Silva. Not a lot of time here. Santos, and they will not be able to take a shot. 40-minute clock has expired here on our end. So anything left will be according to the officials' stopwatch and timer. Cleared out again by the Whalers. Hilltoppers they looked better here over the last 20-plus minutes, or 20 minutes or so, but they I felt like they were a little slower earlier in this game. And again, to credit New Bedford's defense, they have been very fast, very tough, but it's been so difficult. The Hilltoppers have not had a real good, solid look at a lot of shots. It's been very challenging for them anytime they get down in the box. Hargraves being held a little bit there by Ayala. Shot taken. Oh, and it's blocked by Ramos. Chance for a corner kick if the Hilltoppers can get there in time. This will probably be the last opportunity for anything. On its way toward the box, header towards the net. Oh, it's gone! Hilltoppers tie it up in the final seconds. 3-3. You kidding me? Oh, what a comeback! Way to claw back. Down 3-0 with 30 minutes to go. Durfee ties it up here, literally with seconds to play. Whistle coming. And I think they're calling this against the Hilltoppers. Coach Mello not happy. I don't blame him. Well, this brings back memories of earlier in the year, where the officials get involved too late. Durfee fans growing a little restless here. So after all that, Orozco, who got a goal on the free kick earlier to open the scoring, with a chance now to put the Whalers on top and seal the victory. Three unanswered goals for the Hilltoppers, and it's good. Unbelievable. Well, we go back to the Bridgewater-Rainham game. This is 2 home games we've covered where the officials have literally dictated the outcome. Coach still questioning the call. Absolute garbage, if you want my opinion. 4-3 Whalers. Throw in on the corner. Silva will enter your screen on the left side. Strong throw from Silva. Always gets good height on it. Loose ball in front, and the Whalers clear it out. Whalers take the win, controversially, here at Durfee tonight. 4-3. After the Hilltoppers claw back to tie it up 3-3 in the final minute. A highly questionable call made on this other end, resulting in the free kick and ultimately the go-ahead. And Santos is really heated right now for Durfee, as are most of the players, but Santos in particularly. Beltran very upset. See the passion in these players. And the Hilltoppers feel like they got robbed. And would have been a tie. And a 3 straight goal comeback to pull even. Tough one for Durfee. Tough pill to swallow, especially after this has happened already once this season on their home field. Whalers will celebrate a 4-3 victory. They sweep the 2-game season series over Durfee and improve to 6-2-1. The Hilltoppers 2-3-3. For Sam Montero and Tim Washington, our camera crew tonight, I'm Evan Massoud saying good night from Durfee High School. We'll see you tomorrow for field hockey, 5:30 start. Good night.